Hi, I'm Chance, the Stormwater Permit Coordinator for the City of Bremerton. If you have a downspout connected to the Bremerton Sanitary Sewer System, you're more than likely being charged a stormwater facility impact fee. And you can find that on your water utility bill you get every 2 months. To get that fee removed, you'll need to disconnect your downspouts. And then call us so that we can verify that the disconnection was completed and done correctly. This little clip shows you how to separate your downspout and plug the old standpipe.
The first thing you should do is look at your site. Does your yard have a considerable slope, or do you have a retaining wall? Can you safely divert water 6 feet from your basement or 2 feet from your crawl space? Can you place the end of your downspout extender or splash block 5 feet from your property line? If the answer to any of these questions is no, then you should call us for a site assessment. We'll be glad to help. Keep in mind that if your yard has a considerable slope, or if your house is too close to the property line, your disconnection may be a little more complicated than the one we're doing today. Otherwise, follow the instructions in your copy of the How to Disconnect Your Downspouts brochure. But stay with us and watch as we complete a few simple disconnections. These are the tools needed to complete a simple disconnection. We have a hacksaw, hammer, screwdriver, power drill, and a measuring tape. And don't forget your safety equipment, such as safety goggles and a thick pair of work gloves. Those downspouts can be sharp when they're cut.
To do these jobs, we have
Downspout extensions, sheet metal screws, a splash block, a rollout rain drain, a downspout elbow, and an expansion plug. We also have concrete, a bucket, and a putty knife to mix it with. Are you ready to do the first downspout disconnection? The first thing you want to do is cut the downspout. You want to start about 4 to 5 inches above the standpipe. It should cut pretty easy with a hacksaw. Once you've removed the lower portion of the downspout, you're ready to seal up the old connection. Well, there are 2 ways to seal up the old connection. The first would be to seal it with the expansion plug, or test plug as they're sometimes called. Set the plug in the pipe and twist the wing nut to tighten it. That's it. Now let's install a downspout elbow and the splash block. This should be about 3 inches off the ground when it's all connected. Make sure the pieces on top are slipped into those on the bottom, or the system will leak. Now, secure the downspout to the house and slip the splash block under the downspout. Make sure the splash block slopes away from your foundation, and that's it. We're done. Let's do our next separation. In a situation like this, just remove what's there and get it out of your way. Next, undo the strap. We're going to replace about 2 feet of this downspout because this one is split where the elbow attaches and it probably leaks. Mark where you want to make the cut and do it. We're going to install a rain drain on this downspout, so once you've cut a new piece, fit the rain drain on the end and secure it with a couple of sheet metal screws. Now you're ready to slip the new piece over the old part of the downspout. When it's all connected, it should be about 5 inches off the ground. Check to make sure it will roll out and back freely, and you're done with this part. Now let's plug the old connection. This time we're going to use concrete, so let's put a little mix in the bucket and add just enough water to make it a thick paste like this. Ball up a few sheets of newspaper and push them down the standpipe about 3 inches, or the approximate length of your index finger. Scoop in concrete until it fills the standpipe and comes to ground level. Smooth it over and allow it to dry. If you have a standpipe that sticks up above the ground like this one, you can break it off at ground level and plug it with concrete like we did the last one. In this case, we're going to use a splash block to disperse the water away from the foundation. Because we don't have a basement, the minimum distance is 2 feet. We want the downspout to be about 5 inches off of the ground, so we'll have to add an extender to get it there. And put the extender or the existing downspout inside the elbow to keep it from leaking. You may also want to go back to your connections and add some small self-tapping sheet metal screws to ensure that they stay put. Can you safely divert water 6 feet from your basement? We would just add an extension long enough to make sure the rainwater enters the ground 6 feet from the basement. Keep in mind that many disconnections will be more involved than this one.
So if you have questions or need assistance, call us at 360-473-5920 or email us at bremerton1@bremertonwa.gov.